Well, welcome to the Center for Regenerative Agriculture and Resilient Systems at California State University at Chico. My name is Cindy Daly, and I'm the new director for this particular program. Our center is really focused on building soil. It's not just about sustaining soil or conserving soil. It's really about enlivening and building our soil, as the resource that it was always intended to be. Soil has taken a lot of abuse in the last several decades, and our program is really about how do we put more carbon back into the soil. We want to sequester carbon out of the atmosphere, and we want to secure it into our soil resource. Our team is creating a number of different partnerships with other organizations, universities, and nonprofits to promote the use of regenerative farming practices in the hope that we can create a more resilient and diverse agricultural landscape while we ensure the economic livelihood of our farmers and our ranchers.
On our farm, the Organic Vegetable Project, we have 3 acres of organic vegetable production. We run a CSA, and we also deliver to the Wildcat Food Pantry, which is a place on campus that students can go if they don't have the means to buy food. It's boxes and boxes and boxes of fresh organic produce that goes to campus and is able to be given to students in need so they can have fresh organic vegetables without having to pay anything for it. There's a lot of research and experimentation going on the farm always. So half of the farm is no-till and half the farm is till. So it's an opportunity for students to come out and do research projects and also get class credit for certain classes for experience, internships. So we have hundreds of students coming in and out throughout the season that will be volunteering on the farm. And really what we're trying to do here is develop regenerative agriculture. So we want this to be sustainable for future generations to come. There's constantly research being done on the soil, on the plants, on the insects by all different departments from the university are coming out here and learning and doing research and getting that hands-on experience with the farm.
We acquired a grant from the USDA called Conservation Innovation Grant that is looking at no-till production. A lot of our work has been with manual labor, but we're continually looking at how we can manage that area better, how it can be a better model for local farmers, and a good experience for students. So with the CIG grant, we're looking at how to demonstrate effective production of no-till. And the idea is to demonstrate that vegetables can be managed under no-till conditions effectively, efficiently, and hopefully maybe move away from some of the hand labor that we usually use.
Here at the Organic Dairy, we milk 85 crossbred cows. We employ 10 to 12 students per semester, and they're in charge of all the day-to-day operations. So they are trained on, feeding, milking, pasture management, and they are basically in charge of everything. We intensively graze our pastures, and we try to get as much grass into these cows as absolutely possible. We do that by seeding our pastures twice a year, and then we do have irrigation. So we also manage the cows with the wire, so we intensively graze, and that really helps, over time increase our soil organic matter and just, establish healthier soils and also pastures for the cows.
This past year, we've completed our first growing season of faba bean research at Fresno, Lundberg Family Farms, and here at Chico State. We've been looking at the ability of this hugely diverse panel of faba bean germplasm to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert that into a usable cover crop. This coming year, we're going to repeat that trial again and really start focusing on using cover crops as a dual-purpose harvesting and soil building crop. So we're going to remove beans from the plant, look at the amount of nitrogen removed from that plant soil system, and quantify the potential economic benefit of that cover crop.
So we're here at the soils processing area, or as we affectionately call it, the spa, because it's where the soils come in and have a rest and get the spa treatment. So basically what we do here is from field sampling or receiving samples from partners. So this is where we prep samples to be lab ready from the field, and we process samples, drying them, sieving them, grinding them to be ready for lab, chemical, and biological analysis. And after that preparation, this is where we do any of our physical analysis for the soils that come in, like aggregate stability, infiltration, density, size fractions, things like that. So this is also where we do a lot of basically soil arts and crafts, where we make visual representations of some of the soils that come in to share them with the community and with people at the farm and with students.
We have a regenerative agriculture demonstration lab. We call it the RAD Lab for short. We're taking methods and adapting them for our own uses, and we hope to have quite a few methods where we will be testing soils for different measures of organic carbon and measures of biology or biological activity.
2019 was a really good year for us. We've secured over $1.2 million in research funds to help establish our program in this particular arena. We brought on Dr. Tim LaSalle and Dr. David Johnson from New Mexico State University as adjunct professors to help us build out our applied research program and also to promote our international program in regenerative agriculture. Our applied research program is focused on the validation of the BEAM research that was founded by David and his wife Wei Chen. BEAM is an acronym for the Biologically Enhanced Ag Management System. So it is in fact a system. David and Wei Chen created these bioreactors, and over a period of 12 months have created this compost that has a very unique fungal to bacterial ratio of 5:1. And throughout their presentations and conferences that they've attended, they've generated quite a following. So we do have a lot of people around the globe producing bioreactors. So our organization has created a registry that you can find online, and you'll find that there's bioreactors from all over the globe. And our goal is to standardize the BEAM material so that everyone is testing that material to verify that it is in fact BEAM, the 5:1 fungal to bacterial ratio material that we know it needs to be. So we're funded to test that BEAM system in conventional corn in Wilcox, Arizona, with some funding from the Howard Buffett Foundation. We're also looking to do some cotton work in conventional cotton down in the Central Valley with FiberShed. And we're also funded to do some research with BEAM and cover cropping system on 4 ranches here in Northern California. So collectively, that data should be what we need in order to determine whether or not the BEAM system is going to work in these agricultural landscapes the way that we hope it will. To support this research, we've taken on a number of graduate students. Many of them are local farmers who are just very interested in testing the water on these regenerative ag practices. Take a look at our website, and I think that you'll find a number of bios, not only of our graduate students, but also of our staff, our faculty, and other supporters.
We need to be stewards, need to be conscious of all the interlinked communities, and as stewards of the land, be able to encourage other people to be susceptible to ideas about regenerative agriculture. I hope to be enrolled in spring 2020 for the Interdisciplinary Studies Master's Program, and to work with sustainable regenerative ag systems and agronomic crops, specifically cotton, to see differences in soil characteristics or properties that conventional systems versus compost and cover crops, and see if we can see the differences in maybe some sort of soil conservation system with cotton.
Our online presence includes our own personal website as well as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. In fact, our most recent Facebook post was shared 146 times, reaching about 1,900 people, and we're really excited to know that this post, which by the way was about soil health and microbes, was shared not only within our local community but also across the nation as people are excited about regenerative agriculture.
We have a website that's intended to appeal to a number of different audiences: farmers, students, academics, and concerned members of the community who might be at any level of understanding and experience. We want to create a place where all kinds of people could go and get the information they need. One of the sections we're most proud of is the Mentor Farmer page. That's where we have interviews, including videos, with farmers who already have success working with regenerative agriculture. And they share what they have learned about the process, what their successes were, as well as their challenges, and how they handled those challenges, and what they would recommend other farmers do. We have a number of different farmers from all over the country and in some other places in the world. And that includes people like Gabe Brown from Brown Ranching, Scott Park from Park Farming, Paul Muller of Full Barley Farm here in California, as well as Phil Foster of Pinnacles, and many, many others, and it's growing all the time. We have a wonderful resource section, including videos of seminar presentations from the top researchers in the field, including Dr. Dave Johnson, Richard Teague, Roland Bunch, Thomas Garreau, and so many others. All presenting on different aspects of regenerative agriculture with the latest research. The website is also where you will find our calendar events, which is a wonderful place to find out about workshops and seminars and to be able to sign up for it right there. We also have pages introducing people to the basics of regenerative agriculture, including the equipment you might need, the basics of testing your soil, soil health, and any number of different things that a beginner would like to know, as well as a seasoned farmer or professional in the field.
Here at the Center for Regenerative Agriculture, community outreach and education is a huge part of our mission. And to help fulfill that mission, we host events for the community. Some of those events include our Healthy Soils Academy that we have every fall. We also had Nicole Masters come out and do a hands-on workshop and demonstration for our local farmers. Our latest event, just last week, was the Cover Crops for Soil Health Intensive, where Dr. Christine Jones and Dr. David Johnson both came out and were our keynote speakers, where they talked about soil microbiology, regenerative agriculture, as well as bean bioreactors, and we did a hands-on demonstration of those bean bioreactors. We had a great response from the community regarding this event, and they showed a lot of interest about attending future events with similar topics in regenerative agriculture. We're excited to host more events like this in the future for our community and our local farmers to enjoy.
This coming April will mark our 15th annual This Way to Sustainability Conference here at Chico State. We're really excited to bring people together and educate people about sustainability and what they can do to make a difference. We want everyone who participates in the conference to walk away feeling empowered with ideas about how to create a more sustainable and resilient future.
We've had a wonderful year. We really couldn't have done it without our many supporters. So on behalf of the faculty, the students, and the staff for the Center for Regenerative Agriculture and Resilient Systems, we thank you.